My computer updated. My computer updated. It did the thing again, you guys. I double-checked everything right before stream. I double-checked everything. I thought I double-checked everything, but no. But no, of course not. Of course I can't have that. Absolutely not. That would be too easy. That would be too easy. Hi everyone, welcome on in. I have fixed it. You can hear me now. Hello. Today we're going to be doing some Live2D rigging. I have a commission that I'm currently working on. So we're going to be working on that. It's a rigging commission. I did not do the art for it. I am just doing the rigging. So it's been pretty good so far. So far I just have the eye rigging and the mouth rigging for it. So we're going to be working on head angles today, which is very tedious. So have fun with watching me be incredibly tedious with it. Commissions! Yes, I do have commissions. All my commissions are open right now, actually. So if anyone wants anything, go ahead and head on over to my VGen. There we go. There we go. Third try's a charm. Third try's a charm. Third try's a charm. I gotta add those variants in for you so that people can get that. Anyway, who is here today? Time Naturals got first. Congratulations, congratulations. We've also got Cursed One. We've got I'm in Your Walls, who's on vacation. We've got Chrome. And we've got Pupcake. Thank you for the resub, by the way. Thank you so much. 19 months. You're almost at 20. The nice big clean 20. It's a good number. We've also got Alex Plier-Works in here, and Greg and Flam. Hello, everyone. Newt, I can't spell. Oh, shit. Guys, we gotta start getting some schooling going on in chat. Does anyone here know how to spell? I do sometimes. I'm usually considered to be the speller in my family. Like, normally when things need to be spelled, they're like, hey, Newt, how do you spell onomatopoeia? And I'm like, not this shit again. But that's my job in my family. My jobs in my family are to spell things and to help people when they get boo-boos. Because I'm not scared of a big ol' boo-boo. I'm usually called Dr. Newt in my family. They'll be like, Dr. Newt, my toenail fell off. And I'm like, okay, I'll get the med kit. Let's go. Go ahead and take a glance at General. I'll show you that I got first while in a car. What do you think of that? Well, congratulations if you got first. That's awesome. Your toe? Yeah. Well, not mine. My toenail has never fallen off, but my father's has. He bumped his toes real bad. I'm not looking at toes! I'm not! It's for medical reasons. It's for medical reasons. There's blood involved and it's nasty. And I was on the highway too. Damn. Okay. Yeah, medical. I'm gonna get you. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Fuck. I probably should have pulled up Live2D before I started stream today, but you know how it is. This is another one of those days where it was like 6 p.m. and I was like, oh shit, it's Thursday. Oh my god, I have to stream today. And then I ate food and got ready for stream. I'm really boring, you guys. I don't have anything interesting to say ever. I'm like, it's 6 or 8. Yeah, it was 6 or 8 o'clock. Even though I start at 8 o'clock, don't worry about it. It's one of those numbers at some point. You're not boring because you like me. Is that my personality now? My personality is footliker? Yeah, okay. Put that on my resume. Yup. Awesome. Thank you. I also have been fucking around with my mic settings a little bit. So I hope hopefully sound better. If I sound better, if I sound worse, let me know. If I sound worse, do tell me, because I don't want to sound worse. I definitely want to sound better. I sound fine. Okay. I do feel like I'm a little peaky, but I need to figure out how to fix that. I want my audio to sound good, because I love good audio, good clean audio. And when I've been recording videos lately, I've been adjusting my audio settings so that I can sound even better. Because I like the bass part of my voice, so I want to boost that as much as possible. I'm cheating. I'm going to cheat my voice and everyone's going to think I'm faking. I'm actually using a voice changer, and I'm a 60-year-old man. Yep, that's definitely the truth. I occasionally put my hand on where a stick column shifter is, even though I have rarely driven a column shifter vehicle. Oh my goodness. Are you like a race car driver over here? That's crazy. Fucking vroom vroom, bitch. Dreamy Unk. No! You guys already call me old enough as is, and I'm not even 30 yet. No, although sometimes I wish. That's real as fuck. I can't even drive. I think I've driven a car like a solid twice at this point. I have my learner's permit now, so I should be in a car more often, but no, I can't. I'll one day. I can't drive either. Everyone, let's shake hands. Hi, Sekwar, welcome on in. Poggers! Hello, hi. What did you dream about? Becoming a god. Oh. What would you be the god of, Sekwar? Very important question. I'm too scared to drive. Me too. And it's not because I think I would be a bad driver. Because at the end of the day, I'm good at anything I want to be good at, right? It's everyone else. I am 100% scared of everyone else on the road. Because I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're gonna do. Scares the shit out of me. So that's why it's been hard for me to drive personally, but I'll do it eventually. I want to be able to drive, so I got to put a little more effort in. Don't worry, it's just steering and accelerating, no braking allowed. I don't think that's correct. I don't think. Now wait a minute. Now wait just a gosh darn second. Now hold on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tab us on over to the gaming screen. Even though we are not gaming today, we are Live2D-ing. And the art for this is by Morwart? I've never had to say it out loud before, but they drew their own rig, and I am the one that they are getting to. Where does this look good? Maybe like there? Yeah, it's probably good. And I'm the one who is rigging it. I'd be the god of persistence. That's really fun. That reminds me, me and my friends were taking a like which not Undertale. Yeah, what Undertale heart would you be? Can you guys guess what I got? You probably won't be able to guess, but here's the rig so far. It's gonna be kind of hard to show the mouth rig. This is not going to be a perfect one-to-one because my mouth rig and this mouth rig are slightly different in their tracking, but relatively speaking, this is the mouth rig. And I don't know how I feel about the butterfly movement just yet, but I think the more that I work on it, the more I'll figure out if I like it or not. Because I might like it, I might not, you know how it is. But I'm quite happy with the mouth X movement. That's pretty good. And the eyes. can smile. I can squint. Like that. I want to fix the brow movements as well. I might do that before we get into the head angles. So, but yeah, this model's so fun. I really like all the butterflies. I'm planning on animating them all, so I'm pretty excited about that. Got them Fluttershy eyes. Yeah. It was really unique working with this eye shape because like I wanted to make sure that the eye moved in a way that looked natural, and if I literally moved it perfectly left and right, it just did not look correct. So it was kind of fun little challenge to work with an eye this shape. So it's pretty fun. And it's got butterflies. We got butterflies up here, and we got little flowers on the head. We got butterflies down the arm, and then we got cute little froggy socks. So cute. So this is generally what we're working with here. Lots of beautiful fluffy hair too. The hair is like really, really well separated. Oh, wait, I can poof my cheeks out. I did that as well. So that's pretty fun. That's fun. Okay, so getting right into it. Oh, wait, I forgot to show. I also have a couple of toggles already. We got these eyes. This was one of the toggles that they requested, and there's like the full effect, kind of like that. Kind of fun. And then this is half of the like angry toggle. Grr, bark, 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 bark. Red, like the red face part of it, at least. So that I could have it visible but turn it off, essentially. So what we're actually going to start by doing today is make them bald. We're going to steal the hair away. We can't have the hair anymore because we have to get started on the head angles. And the best way to do head angles is just to completely forget about everything else. Well, I might start with it on and then turn it off as I try to like perfect everything. Yeah, we'll start there. Okay, so head-wise, everything except for like the neck and the hair back, basically, I want to grab. Yeah, bald like me. Bald just like me, just like Bart. Question you, do you ever get bored and just start doing an art about it? Like what I mean is either writing or drawing. Absolutely. Art is like a big way for me to get rid of my boredom a lot of the time. That's like a major boredom saving for me. I don't know why that ended up in mushrooms. There we go. Where is it now? There. Okay, that is definitely not the right size. It's because of the overlay layers. The overlay layers are so big that this ends up becoming really, really large. And we just want like that essentially. We just want about this much. I think I'm gonna leave out this like mid hair area because it's so long. No, we'll include it. We'll include it. I've actually, this is a fun little thing for me. This is the longest hair in a VTuber that I have rigged, which is hilarious because this isn't even that long of hair. I like this model. Isn't it cute? It's so friggin' cute. Me personally, I get bored. I write or draw and write. And as of right now, I get hit with the evil brain that makes me think of fanfic ideas. Oh my god. Evil or really, really good? That's the question. I love when the brain worms hit. And you're like, ooh, I gotta write something. We're gonna make this nice and detailed. And I'm very specifically doing it so that this line is nice down the middle, too. And I'm also going to include our flowers, because those are, in fact, technically part of the head here. And I'm gonna make the Bezier divisions maybe a little bit more like that. We'll see what that does. I recently had to go through and fix a bunch of the stuff that I had done previously, so that things were a little bit less heavy on this model, because originally each hair strand was broken into 3 textures, but I don't think it's going to need that, so I decided to merge all of those and fix it. So with the head XY, we're going up to our, not inputs, not toggles, angles. Our angles here. And I just have them set to 30 and 30. So we're gonna, basically, we're gonna do, it's gonna look like shit at first. And I need you guys to understand that this is going to look like shit, and that's kind of just how it goes at first. Is my head not included in this? What the fuck? Why are you not deforming? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, hold on a second. Why are you not deforming? That's the head back. The whole face should have it, right? Where the fuck is my... You? Face? Yeah, you should be in here. And you should be able to move, right? Everything in here has... Oh, you know what else is a problem? You know what doesn't have meshes? The hair. The hair has 0 meshes, so that's gonna be a problem. So let's fix that first. We have to start by doing a ton of meshing. Sorry, I was gone for like a minute or so. I just simply didn't want to, and I'm not really an expert at it. Real. I say evil because I'm already working on a fic. Again, is that evil? Or is it awesome? Because I think it might be awesome. So, I think the best way for us to do this, I'm going to turn off the toggles right now and the butterflies. We will come back to those. But we're basically, I'm going to go in here, and each hair piece is going to need a mesh. So the eye can disappear for now because we have that thing all figured out already. And the singular eyebrow can get turned off as well. So it is time for meshing. This part is also kind of boring, but you know, it's it'll be fun. We'll have fun here. We have fun here. Oh god, okay. 3 vertices, smaller width. Basically, I'm just going around each strand of hair to be like, okay, I need this hair modeled in a certain way. But these hairs are like really small, so I don't know how detailed I'm gonna get it, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. We're gonna start with this, and it's gonna be busted, but I'm gonna go in and fix it. You got another custom plushie made? Oh my god, yay! Is it another, like, what do you call them? Amigurumis or whatever? The crochet ones? Or is it like a plush? I've been wanting to make plushies of my OCs. Because I actually do make plushies myself. That's a fun fact for you guys. I have made plushies in the past. So that looks a little bit better. And then I'm gonna go up through the middle of this as well. Just to kind of keep it all together. That's probably good. And then we'll just auto-connect the rest of that. And there's one of our hair meshes. Yay! And now we just have to do that 10 million times. So let's do that over and over again. I'll just do this in the background while we chat. Crochet. Okay, awesome. When you get it in, you should definitely share with the chat. You should share with everyone in the Discord. Because I always love to see people's crochet art. I love to see it. It sucks too because like going to a lot of art fairs, you tend to really just get the one type of crochet plushies. I feel like it's like the same pattern over and over again, and I get it. It's easy. But at the same time, I want to see some creativity from people, you know? I want to see something that's like original. I just like original art a lot, I guess. There we go. In the other art channel because I got it commissioned. Good, 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 good. Awesome, 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 awesome. We're going around town. This is also probably the smallest art I've ever gotten for a model, which isn't technically a bad thing. Like, I can work with it. But it does make it a little bit smaller, a little bit crunchier working with it. So I just have to keep that in mind while I'm, like, making my meshes and stuff like that. So my meshes are technically a lot smaller than I normally would do. But it's also because I like my models to be real bouncy. I like a lot of movement in my models. So in order to do that in like the best way possible, it's best for me to make sure that the meshes are really specific. Like I'm gonna make sure this goes up through here so we can kind of separate it. Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, hi! Artist in chat, hi! It was the first time making an art model. It's really cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy to be rigging this because this model is so freaking cute. Were you here earlier when I showed off the mouth rigging? Because I can show you again. A little bit more hooked up. I'm so happy you are. Yay! I'm having fun. We're doing lots of hair right now. I was like, oh, I'll do the angles, and then I realized I did not mesh it. No, I was not here. Here, I'll show you. Oh shit, I should turn the eye back on. Let's get the rest of the face back in here. There we go. Okay. Here's a general look. My mouth is slightly different in the tracking, so it's not completely gonna look like this when it's using the proper tracking for the mouth that I made. But it's a pretty decent look at it. We got some X angle, we got shrug. And you can like chew. And you can puff your cheeks out. There we go. Yeah, like if I open my mouth too fast, you'll see you can kind of see like the black. That won't happen. That won't happen with the proper rigging, I promise. I was checking it with the proper rigging because I exported this to Live2D and made sure I set it up good. And that does not happen when it's rigged properly or connected to the right rig. But this is connected to my rig right now, which is a much older rig. I made this model several years ago, and it was made with a much more outdated version of the typical like V-bridger mouth. So nowadays I use a different style of V-bridger mouth. So this V-bridger mouth is more similar to the one that I did for olive chests. I agree.
You know I could do Lelel, but I won't because I am nice and I don't want to unless some rude person in chat tells me to eyes.
Some rude person. I wonder who that could possibly be. That would be crazy if someone in chat would say such a thing. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Alright. Here we go. And the other little hair tip here. Jingle, jingle. You guys want my jingle bell? Here's the bell. I have my slug too. You guys liked the slug last time. There you go. My slug. My slug. Ooh, wait. I gotta go outside this. There we go. Lovely sounds. My delicious ASMR slug. It's one of those fidget slug thingies. I bought it a while ago because I like auditory stims, I guess you could say. That's why I have a bell too. I like things that make pretty noises. Which is funny because I also get overstimulated by noise really easily. Yum yum yum. Yum yum yum. Where's our snail VTuber? Oh my god, true. True. I should have made my snail VTuber an item so I could put it on screen. Hold on, guys. We gotta, guys, I have a great idea. First, step 1, I pull out the snail. I whip the snail out. Step 2, I go into item settings. And actually, this is a tutorial now. Hold on. This is a tutorial. Welcome. Hold on, let me... Oh god. Actually, I have to turn myself off on OBS first. There we go. Okay, step 1, I'm snail. We're gonna go into here and we're going to load current model as Live2D item. Yes. So now we have this as a Live2D item. So we can have it out. And then we save that. And okay, and then we're gonna go back. Oh, it's on the shell. So we can like have a snail on our head that is our snail. Oops. There we go. So we can have a snail on the head of our other snail, right? It just makes sense. And then we can go back to my other model. You guys don't need to see all of my models because I have several other people's models in here, my commissions. So then we go back to my model. Hello. You can't see me on the background. This is embarrassing. And then we go snoot. There we go. So we're gonna put this on my head as a Live2D item. So now I can have my snail out. Or I can put my snail on my tablet. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now I can bring myself back over here. There we go. There we go. Okay. We now have snail. We are now successfully snail-pilled. And we can keep going with it. We can keep going with the this. For this, I'm gonna make this bigger. Like that, using the control key. And we're gonna make this one just a little bit smaller. There we go. That one's easy. Where were you 13 years ago? Me, I was watching the first episode of RWBY. What would be 13 years ago? That'd be 2013? I would have been a sophomore in high school, I think. I would be in high school, so probably also watching RWBY at the time. Probably also watching the first episode of RWBY. I really enjoyed RWBY back in the day. I have not watched it in a very long time, though. I don't think I ever finished... There was like one season that was in the middle of airing, and I just never finished it. I've been thinking about going back and rewatching it, though, for nostalgia's sake. Nostalgia snake? Please do not give nostalgia a snake. Terrifying. Unless it's a cute snake, then maybe it's okay. I like snakes. Holy crap, I'm behind. Ruby is currently in some limbo of V10 being greenlit or not. I'm pretty sure it just got greenlit. I saw an announcement on TikTok. Why did I get an announcement for Ruby being greenlit? I don't know! I'm not even in the fandom! But you know what? I love to see it. It was like, the voice actors of the main 4 girls announcing it, so. So hopefully that'll come eventually? Question mark? Because I know Rooster Teeth got fucked up, so I imagine there's a lot of issues pertaining to that. Ownership rights, probably, between them and... I think they got bought out by, like, what, Warner Brothers? I believe, if I'm not wrong. So probably ownership between them and Warner Brothers of Ruby. Which sucks, because it was, like, probably their biggest project at the time. Their cash cow. I don't get into the fandom right now. It's a hellhole of shipping wars and toxicity. It has always been like that. It has always been like that. I'm not a big fandom guy myself. I don't really get into, like, pretty much any fandoms of anything. But I'm like one of those people that sits on the proximity of every single fandom. Will this line be here? Let's see here. Yeah, that line is visible. Okay. There we go. Because fun fact, when you're rigging in Live2D, if it's not within your mesh, you can't see it. So you can cheat sometimes. I'll cheat sometimes, and I'll just like make something in my mesh just for the fun of it. And I'll just like, because sometimes I have to duplicate items in Live2D, and duplicating them is easy enough if you bring it into another program, but you can do it in this program by just deleting the mesh. I'm bald, aren't I? I'm pretty bald, isn't it? We'll do that. Make that a little better. There we go. Bald! They're bald and they're bullying people who have hair! They're bald and they're rigging people who have hair. There we go. Yes. Be bald. More... How do you pronounce your name? How do you pronounce it? I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Because I was gonna say, I'm gonna make you bald too. Don't worry about it. I make everyone bald. More? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I thought so. But I was like, but what if it's more warped? I don't know why it would be, but maybe it is. I don't know. My name's Newt, for fuck's sake. Here we go. I love amphibians. Oh god. I was like, wait, maybe they just really like toads, you know? Like, maybe they like toads. I like toads. I fuck with a toad. Ugh, Toad from X-Men. What a guy. What a loser. Want to hear a fun fact? Oh god. Is it something about how I yeehaw? Someone read it as worm for a while? You know? I can kind of see it. Except it's like backwards and then the O and R are switched. So it's also kind of not that at all. So it also has nothing to do with worms. But there could be caterpillar connections there. You know, caterpillar to butterfly vibes? Maybe? Maybe? Caterpillars and worms are not the same thing, though. I am that biology nerd. I am that guy. They now purposely call me Miss Worm. Miss Worm, is this gonna be on the test? It's like Miss Frizzle's strange cousin. Wait, isn't Miss Frizzle's cousin like the new Miss Frizzle or whatever? Or is it her sister? A test all about my name. Oh god! No, please! I'm so bad at names. It's my weakness. My one weakness. I'm definitely not weak to anything else. No, it's her sister? Okay. Can you please do a yeehaw? Well, just because you said please. Yeah. Was that good? Oh, that was a pretty big one. That kind of took it out of me. I don't know. I don't know if I can do another one. That was kind of a lot. Whoa. Perfect form. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've been practicing. My practice. Oh my goodness. It's like low-key kind of therapeutic? What do you call it? Doing this meshing. The meshing practice. It's like kind of a vibe. Low-key. Like I can just sit here and just kind of like vibe out and make meshes. Come on. I want to make this separate. There we go. That's good enough. Actually, I might be able to get it a little bit better if it's like this. And then that might be kind of messy. But I think it'll work, actually. We'll find out. We'll find out eventually. He's the one we call Dr. Feelgood. I kind of want to turn on different music. The jazz has been nice and all. Oh my god. Don't look at my taste in music. You don't have to think about it. Guys, don't worry about my taste in music. Okay, there we go. Not the fucking... Okay. We're back on the random bullshit go playlist. I would do Deltarune music, but I need something with lyrics right now. I need music with lyrics. And there's a couple of Deltarune songs that do, but not all of them. Pretty sure there's a couple. Miss Frizzle's sister sucks. She like totally fine with the kids possibly dying. I mean, like, honestly, Miss Frizzle was not that much better. Those kids almost died so many times. But hey, that show was my shit back in the day. It holds up really well, too. If anyone out here has any, like, little cousins, little nieces and nephews, have them watch the original, Magic School Bus. Fuck your Coco Melon bullshit. Fuck that shit. Watch Magic School Bus. And Cyber Chase. Oh my god, Cyber Chase. I was a huge PBS Kids kid because we couldn't afford cable at the time. And there was no subscription Netflix bullshit. There wasn't any of that. We went to Blockbuster and we got movies, and then we would watch PBS Kids. And I ate that shit up. I loved PBS Kids. Even though I was like older than I probably should have been watching PBS Kids, I didn't care. I did not care. I liked it. But I'm also a big cartoon guy, and I always have been. So, you know, I've always been like this. I've been the exact same since I was a child. I've become more emotionally mature since I was you know, a fucking teenager, but I still like the same shit. Same shit, different fart, you know how it is. There we go. I should have... No, don't worry about it. This one is gonna go on the black line. Like so. Like that. This kind of goes more like that. Like going with the flow of the hair, you know? And then coming back down here, we're gonna maybe from this one probably, and then through here. Kind of tight in there, but it's okay. A tight mesh is a good mesh most of the time. Sometimes it's a little bit too much mesh, but I think in this case it's just the right amount. And then we're gonna also go up like that. My heart into the ocean. Okay. That's... No, I gotta go inside this one. I gotta go on the inside of this so that the... Because the line art here could have a potential of getting a little bit too far away from us, I guess. Mew Mew Kissy song. Yeah, the Mew Mew Kissy theme song. We'll just listen to that for the rest of stream. We'll just listen to that for the rest of stream. But yeah, I don't want my line art to get, like, warped or blurry at all. Okay, this one was a little rough on my meshing, but it's fine. It's fine. It's good enough. It's a solid good enough. We're gonna go with this one. I should have done this before stream, but I completely was like, no, I don't need to do all that. I can just do the head angles. But no, I definitely need this rigged for the head angles to work properly. So that's on me. That was completely off point. There we go. I got I guess we'll go like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then we'll just manually do the rest of it. And I throw my heart into the yeah. There we go. And here. And then up all the way around. I might do like one extra point. No, I think it's fine. We're good here. Okay. Connect those, yes. I think this should be fine. Shouldn't get too... Yeah, it should be fine. Fuck. Shit. Edit, redo. There we go. There's no hentai balls 3D sound. That doesn't that's not real. That's not a thing. That is not a thing. Technically, this piece of hair is, I think, identical to the other one. But I'm just gonna do this again. It's okay if they're a little bit different, because that'll make it more natural. More natural. No hair moves exactly the same. There we go. Confirm, and then the bottom part. There we go. Keep it nice and tight. Nice. Sure it is. Right. Sure, Janet. Sure, Jan. Woman. I could be your woman, you know? There we go. At the end of the day, if I decide that I need a little bit more definition to these, I can always 4-division them and just make them real tight. But this should be fine. If I start seeing a little bit of crunchiness, we'll go back in and we'll make the meshes a little bit tighter. But I don't usually need that amount, that level. That would be a little crazy. There we go. Yeah. Actually, the bottom side of this doesn't need anything super crazy because this probably won't be seen or bounce like the top part of the hair would. So I'm just gonna kind of do this. So that I can basically glue the bottom part of the hair in place if need be. And then we're just gonna go in here and split this in half to make myself have a little bit more triangles. A little more triangles where it needs to be. Now the bald patch. The best part of the hair rig. This. Yeah. Poggers, we are staying alive with this one. Guys, we're staying alive with this one. What if it was disco night on stream? Make everyone think I'm older than I actually am. This just in, Dreamy Newt actually from the 70s? It's more likely than you think. That look good? That looks good. For anyone wondering what my, like, mouse tablet setup is like when I'm rigging, I use my tablet a lot of the time, and then when you see me zooming out like this is my mouse wheel. I have a scroll wheel on my tablet. I just never use it. I just swap between my mouse and my tablet a lot more often than doing anything else. I don't know. Staying alive. Chat, it's okay if y'all die. I can bring y'all back to life with CPR. Oh, true. We got Staying Alive playing, so if anyone needs CPR right now, we do have the perfect song for it. We have the perfect song for doing CPR. Don't forget to get CPR certified, everyone. Just for fun. Just for fun. I had to get CPR certified when I was in the Girl Scouts. I think it was for like a badge. You know, like they have like their little badges. And yes, I was in Girl Scouts when I was a baby. There you go. And then it would only be right for me to do one more line in the middle here. That's probably good. Okay, that's all good. That's good. This is good. We got the mouth. The mouth is done. That's done. That's done. More hair. Okay. Back to the hair. So we're gonna take this. Actually, I want to do both of these at the same time. So we're gonna grab both of these and go back in here. Get rid of all this shit. And because we're using the mirror tool, we can do both of them at the same time. Wait. But that's gonna be annoying because I have to like copy paste them. Is it worth it? Yes. I have a drawing pad and I also swap between the two as well. Like it's just more convenient sometimes, you know? I don't know what I was on when I made these layers. I copy and pasted a lot. It's just the right way to do Live2D art, to be honest, because it's front facing. Using the mirror tool is just like, it's just par for the course, you know what I mean? My best friend, the mirror tool. That's my buddy. We go way back. Me and mirror tool. Yeah. All the way back to high school. That is actually probably when I started using the mirror tool. High school or probably college, actually, because I didn't start using Clip Studio until like university. And then I've been on that Clip Studio shits ever since. That's my bro, my best pal. I love Clip Studio. What am I doing? Other side. I used to use Paint Tool Sai. That was my actually technically my first ever drawing program was Photoshop. I think CS6 probably. Oh shit, did I forget to confirm that? Oh fuck. I forgot to confirm it. That's okay. I think CS6. We had like a free copy of it, right? So my dad used to use a lot of Photoshop and Illustrator and all that stuff. And he originally bought this tablet for himself. That did not last very long. It very quickly went to me instead. And that was like 2011-ish. And I still use the exact same tablet. I have only ever used one drawing tablet in my entire life. Which is kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little crazy. Like, actually. It's a little crazy, but at the same time, I'm like, that's just my baby. That just goes to show how well made my tablet is. Which is funny because it's an Intuos, and I feel like they got a lot of flack for not lasting very long. It's a Wacom tablet. Yeah. I've had this tablet for a very long time. Actually, the tablet on my model is modeled after my IRL tablet. So the tablet that you guys see me using here is basically exactly what it looks like, except my tablet does not have a screen. I don't have a screened tablet. I just have like a basic tablet. This is like a fancy version of it. What if my tablet was worth more money than it actually is? Great question. I do have a drawing pad, yeah. I don't have like I've never gotten like an iPad Pro or anything like that. I know a lot of people use that nowadays with Procreate. I've drawn on an iPad a couple of times. It was my father's iPad. There's clearly a pattern here with me and my dad. We're both artists, so but I wasn't a big fan of it, and because of the nerve issues that I have in my elbows, it wouldn't be really conducive to it, so I just don't ever get a tablet. Hi, Liz Raiders! Hi, Liz! Oh my god, speaking of models I've rigged before. Hi, Liz! Welcome on in! Oh my god, you guys were playing Pal World. Let's go. How was Pal World? What were you guys up to? Did you catch anyone cool? How's it going? We are currently rigging a model. I would show you, but I'm in the middle of doing this, but I'll show you guys in just a moment. Every pal is cool. You know what? Fair enough. Who am I to judge a pal based on their supposed coolness when each pal is cool in their own rights? You got me there, bro. Yeah, Liz Raiders, if you guys need a little breaky break, If you guys need to take a rest, take a drink, take a nap, I don't know. Take a pill if you need to take your meds, now's a great time to do so. Welcome on in, everyone. I'm just gonna be rigging this today. I was gonna do head angles, but then I realized I haven't done any of the hair meshes, so we're starting with the hair meshes. And that's what I'm currently doing. My nightmare of hand meshing everything because I'm crazy. I've kind of recently gotten into doing all of my meshes by hand. I don't do all of them by hand necessarily, but sure do a lot of them by hand. Just because it's convenient, I don't know. It's easier to get a mesh that's like even, and it can be kind of annoying when your mesh isn't even because then it doesn't move very good. Oh boy, the mirror tool is fighting against me. Why would you do this to me, mirror tool? Hydrate? You know what, good point. I should hydrate as well. I just have water today. Usually I have some kind of juice on me. But I had a smoothie earlier, so I was like, ugh, I've had too much sugary drink. I shouldn't have anything like that. And now I'm just like, ugh, I wish I had juice. Where's my juice? My goo goo gaga juice. The mirror tool is forsaking me right now. Turn that off for just a second while I fix all of this. There we go. That should be good. Right, guys? Right, guys? Anyways, here's the model that we're working on today. Here's it all together, and here is what I have so far. It's just mouth and eye at the moment. We have mouth and eye movements going on here. But it's going along really, really well. And mouth X. And yeah. So that's what we got going so far. We have to get all of the hair rigged as well as the ears and the butterflies. So. But I might not include the butterflies because I kind of want to move them manually. I don't want them to squish. I don't want their like I don't want them to squish the wrong way because it'll make it look not as good, I guess. I'm like trying to think of how I want to do these things. There's a certain way I think I want to do the butterflies. I've been thinking about like a lot of models with tails. You can rig them to where they will wag a little bit faster with certain expressions, right? Like smiling. And I was thinking of doing something similar, but making it into a physics toggle. So whenever the head shakes, the butterflies like flap faster. That's kind of the idea that I want to go for. Because I feel like I could make it work. I've done reactive tails before. I did one on Liz's model. Or was it Olive's model? I did it on someone's model. Definitely not mine. My tail is static as fuck because I don't... No one ever sees it. No one ever sees that fucking thing. Look at this thing. Obnoxious. Horrendous. Obnoxious. Put that thing down. So I'm thinking I want to do it like that. I feel like it would be kind of fun. Also kind of horrendous, but like in a fun way? Maybe? Maybe? I'm gonna hate it in the moment, but I think it's gonna turn out cool. And ain't that just art? That's how art is. Yeah. That's good. Oh. This tool. There we go. No, come on. There we go. Okay. That's pretty good. There's our ear mesh, and then I'm actually just gonna copy this and paste it to the rest of our ear meshes. There we go. Oops. There we go. And then we're also going to do that to the inner ear. I know it's going to look weird on the inner ear, but it'll help move everything super evenly. There we go. So it's going to look weird, but it'll work at the end of the day. And that's what's important. And then I'm tempted to just copy paste the ears. I wonder if I can flip the mesh. Can I? I can. Oh my god, beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful day. I don't have to do shit. And now I can just copy this one. And we will paste that to the rest of the ears here. I should save real quick. That would be good. And then the inner ear. Okay, there we go. Hell yeah. That's wonderful. Okay, ears are done. The head flowers, those are going to be pretty easy, thankfully. This one is probably going to be the most difficult because I want to get in between all those petals for the right kind of movement. That'd be awful if you did save. Oh my god, I've lost some shit in this fucking program before. This is one of those programs where I completely forget to save, which, to be fair, most of the time with my other art programs, I don't need to save. I very rarely crash, right? My computer's pretty decent. She's been having a little bit of issues lately, but we'll figure that out later. But most of the time I'm not used to saving super often because I've never really had an issue with crashing. But this program, she's hefty. Live2D is a very, very hefty program. So it's a lot more common for it to crash. And it always feels out of nowhere, you know, it just comes out of nowhere. Though a couple of times I have been like rigging something super annoying and then oops. Understandable for it to be hefty though, absolutely. Especially based on the model itself that you're working on. Like this model's textures are pretty small, relatively speaking, but Olive Jess model, that one was big. That was a very big model. I actually had to export it smaller than the actual model was because it was way too big for either of our computers to handle, which is good for rigging. You know, it makes everything nice and clean looking. But it was big. It was a big, big model. It was kind of crazy. And that one, we crashed a few times. There have been a couple of times as well where I will just be working on something and then my ADHD impatientness gets the better of me and I will try to do too many inputs at once. You know, the classic mistake of trying to make your computer do too many things at once and then it just crashes and dies. And that's on me. That one is also on me. That's my bad. I shouldn't be asking all of that. Of my poor computer. She doesn't deserve all that. There we go. Poor thing. My poor fucking computer. My little baby. I've had her... This computer we built in 2018. Which is crazy to think about. It's been so long since I built my computer. And I've done a couple different upgrades to it over time. So my computer has been kind of ship of theseused. So it's got the same case, but a lot of the parts have been replaced over the years. And that's the fun part about building your own computer, is you can do that very easily. I say as if I did any of the work. My younger brother and my older brother are both big tech savvy people. So I'm like, what should I do for my computer? And they're like, this, and this, and this. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. I trust you completely. How difficult do you think it would be to rig a mouth where the bottom jaw can split in two? I have seen people do it before. And I think it would be tedious, I think is the best way that I can put it. I think it would be tedious. If it was a V-bridger mouth, it would be super tedious. But if it was just like a normally rigged mouth, I think it would be slightly less tedious because you'd like have less things to define about the mouth. I've not seen that before. There's like she's like a wasp VTuber, I think. I've seen a couple of videos of her on TikTok. I have no idea what they're called though. I have no idea what their name is. Hi, Cup of Sunflowers, welcome on in! Can you add Bird Brain? I think actually Bird Brain is in this playlist, if that's what you're wondering. It's in here somewhere, that's for damn sure. Okay. Now to put all of this together. I'm losing my triangles here. We're gonna call this the center point, I think. And then this is a little bit too close to this other point. So we're gonna replace it like that. There we go. And now we just have to do that a bunch of times. We're gonna call this side the new side here. And then we can delete basically all of these other inner points because we're gonna call this our final inner point. We're gonna go from here to all of the petals. I'm losing my triangles. Sounds like a 3D artist version of losing their marbles. Oh my god, so true. Live2D rigging is very... I want to say similar to 3D rigging, but I don't want to put my foot in my mouth with that one because I don't rig things in 3D, so I don't actually know. But it feels like it would be, to me. It feels like it would be very similar. 2.5. It is 2.5D. A lot of people put it that way. It's not quite 3D, it's not quite 2D. It's 2D made to look like 3D. A beautiful optical illusion. Done through lots and lots of hard work and bullshit. Lots of bullshit. Ain't that just the way? Not sure what V-bridger is. My son is a monster rabbit and their bottom jaw is split down the middle. Ooh, cool. Able to move together or independently like snake yawning. V-bridger is just a it's like a program on top of VTube Studio, which most VTubers use to track their models. And V-bridger basically increases the amount of mouth parameters, like more things that your mouth can be tracked. So it makes your mouth move a lot more smoothly, I guess you could say. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at your price list later. Absolutely. I don't have any model art commissions at the moment because I, genuinely speaking, I just straight up don't like doing model art. But I do a lot of rigging, and I can rig, not to brag, I think I can rig anything. Personally. I love a good challenge. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think that would be possible. Because you could have a toggle where the two mouths would be, like, you would rig one version of the mouth, and then you would have a toggle that activates the other version of the mouth. And you would have to basically rig two mouths. I think the thing that would be a challenge would be extra eyes. Actually, extra eyes aren't that bad. Eyes are pretty, well, I like rigging eyes. Oh my god, we're not listening to Hurricane Katrina next. Really? Yeah, I actually quite like rigging eyes. For me, that's usually the thing that I start with because it's one of the easiest things for me. When it comes to the head angles, though, that's when it gets annoying, but you know, that's okay. That's the tedious part of VTuber rigging. Alright. That's when it becomes super, super tedious. I've also seen some really cool models that have like multiple eyes that only open like on certain occasions kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool. I haven't tried rigging yet, but Kappa has like 8 eyes total. Yeah, it would just be the normal eye rigging process, but times 8 essentially. That looks good like that. I would say Live2D has a very high learning curve, which is what makes it so difficult. It's one of those things where it's like, if you know it, you know it, and if you don't, it's you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? We're gonna do auto meshes for these because they're not super crazy or anything. Auto mesh and stem. The stem I'm just doing manually because this pen tool makes a nice clean line, whereas the auto sometimes will make you a clean line and sometimes it just gives you some random bullshit. And I don't want some random bullshit today. not what I'm here for. The stem is literally just a line and it's thank you. Just, you know, just let me just do it myself. I don't need this program to try and tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gay. All right, back of the hair. This one's also going to be pretty simple. All right, this is the back patch of the hair. This is the shading on it. So I'm going to do this first. Did I not clip this? No, I did not. There we go. Oops. Actually, this one I might just auto ring. Auto, heavy. Yeah, that's decent. That's pretty good. And auto, heavy. Good enough. You got this. Thank you. What makes it a bit of a premium because it took time to learn it. Yeah. I quite literally treated my Live2D learning like, why is this so big? Oh, because that's over there. Okay. I quite literally took it like school, even though there's no real official lessons on this program. You basically have to learn through the school of YouTube. So you have to hope that there's someone out there to teach Live2D, and there's a couple really good tutorials out now. But at the end of the day, not every tutorial can cover the full breadth of this program because of how crazy it is. So I have a notebook that I take notes in, like a physical notebook that I have a bunch of Live2D stuff recorded in. So I'll like write down who the video is by and I'll take notes on it like I'm attending a lecture. Thank you for what you do. Oh, you're welcome. I have fun with it. Rigging is actually quite fun to me. I don't like making model art. For some reason, that's more tedious for me. I don't know. I don't know what my brain is like, man. But rigging is fun. It's a lot of also visualizing in 3D. So people who have a hard time visualizing things can also have a harder time with Live2D. Like if you have trouble visualizing things in 3D, that can be a big issue. But old ports as opposed to new ports, of course. Brain go burr, brain go burr. Dude, let your brain go burr. Sometimes we need to let our brains go burr. There we go. Okay, and this one's reflected as well, so we're gonna do the same old copy-paste technique, my beloved. Paste. Right-click, reflect. Looks good. And then this one, we're gonna make 2 versions of. There we go. And this one will be nice and easy. You just do this. And then a nice middle one there. Okay, cool. You need Eep. Good night. Have good dreams. Good night. I think I have one more cough drop. Let's have our cough drop. I don't know why my mouth is so freaking dry today. All right, there we go. Let's put all this up a little bit. There we go. Just make that nice and clean. All the way around. Like so. And again, hopefully that looks good. Hopefully. That should have been just fine. That should be just fine. And we're going to copy it and paste it to this one. Oh, I should probably. Here we go. This is what I meant earlier when I was like, oh, you can cheat sometimes. Now we have specifically a left and a right, like that. And that would be, this one is now right. There we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Whoops, squeezing their lemons, by the way. Sometimes you can also copy and paste like rigging, like items that are already rigged. Sometimes people will do that. I'll typically do that with eyes in this program so that they move super evenly. That's why I was like trying to decide earlier if I was gonna rig the ears individually, because I was like, well, you know, I could just copy and paste the ears later. But no. I'll be good. I'll be good and I'll do them this way, because it'll be fine. The ears aren't too bad. We will make them nice and bouncy and reactive, though, with little eyebrow action and stuff like that. There we go. And this one. Reflect. Yes. And then I think that's it for the hair. So I think that should be fine. Yes. Pretty sure that's all of the stuff. Okay. Fix these. There we go. There we go. Okay. Bees! Why are we squeezing our lemons in parentheses nipples? Now, I didn't say all that. You said that. I didn't say that. You said that. You said that one. I didn't say that one. Okay, these are the arm butterflies. Not you. The face butterflies. I'm gonna have to look up a tutorial on how people recommend doing these, because, like, I know that there's ways to, like, fold these kind of perfectly. I guess they would need actual, like, meshes to do that properly. Because I want them to, like, pew 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 pew, you know, flap. That's a terrible example, but I want them to flap properly. You know, I'll give them auto meshes for now. Manage child objects, select all. Auto. Deformation. And we'll just do that for now. Hopefully they'll be fine. Question mark? I don't know. But we do have the head XY. I don't know if the head XY... Did I put the butterflies in here? I don't think I did. Did I? Did I put butterflies in here? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, now we can start thinking about the head angles, because now, like, the whole thing should move together. Yeah. Alright, time for jank. Time for some solid ass jank. Hey, head, why are you not moving? Why is half of this not moving? What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. Why the fuck are you not moving? Get out here. Oh. Yeah, that'll be it. Okay. That'll definitely do it. Come here. This got broken. Machine broke. There we go. And actually, this does not need to be centered, but I'm gonna leave it centered. With my darling, faster than I should. There we go. That should help with the... No? Oh, it's these, aren't... Isn't it? What the fuck is going on? Like, actually, what is broken here? Oh, this doesn't usually happen to me. Anyways, this is why Live2D is evil. Live2D is actually evil. That's so weird. Look, it's not moving. Okay, you know, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. We'll just use the head XY to move the head left and right like this. So we'll do that. And then we'll have to do the rest a little bit more manually. That's fine. Okay, so then we're gonna use these together. Actually, we should start with the head. I should probably start with the things I'm supposed to start with, like the head. You know, like the fucking head. Let's pull ourselves back together, guys. We're going to plan B. Plan B is wonderful. We can use Plan B. Why is the hair moving so weirdly? 'Cause I'm magical like that. 'Cause I'm weird. Have you ever seen me without this hat? I'm weird. I'm not like other boys. Head flowers, gone. Bottom hair, gone. Where the fuck are these from? Oh my god, there's more hair! Guys, I miss some hair. Keep going with the glitching, actually. You know, I don't think I should do that. Okay, these ones, because they're so far in the back, they don't need to be that crazy. There we go. And that is plenty. So now that should move. I don't know why it's doing this to me. That is not how that should move. That's so strange. That is so fucking strange. So much hair. It's good to have a lot of hair whenever you're doing hair rigging. Because if you don't have like a ton of hair, it kind of ends up getting fucked, actually. But see like how the face isn't moving? It's so strange. The face is fine. Is it because this doesn't have enough Bezier divisions? No, it's not that. Because this one moves just fine, see? That moves just fine. But the rest of it is not. Is not. It's not doing it. Oh, we got another one here. Another massive one. Live2D is truly just doing something and then realizing that it's fucked up and then doing it again. Every single time. If I have something not go wrong in an entire rig, is it truly a rig? I don't think so. Okay, let's see if that did fix it. Okay. That did fix it. It can now move normally. Oh my god. I was so confused. Okay. Back to business, I guess. Because that was this one here. That's the one that had issues. That was our problem. I don't know why. It's so... I have no idea. Okay. I'm gonna turn shit back on then. Eyebrow, eye bangs. Hair, ears. I look so bald without the ears. I love big ears, obviously. Yeah, okay, that's how it should be moving. Thank God. Okay. As I said before, this is going to be a little jank at first, so you're going to have to forgive the jankness. But that's just how we're going to have to roll with it. Basically, we're doing big movement first, and then we're going to go back in and adjust the movement after to really look like correct, essentially. So right now, we're just kind of very vaguely, very, very, very vaguely making things look like the head is turning. And then the forehead should go further forward. Like, you'll notice the nose is not going nearly as far as it should be. These ears should be going further back. But again, this is just in the most vague sense possible a head turn. And you know, that's kind of about where I expected things to look. So now we go into some of the lower sections. We're basically gonna now turn everything off. Oh, wait, I should also flip this. Reflect motion. There we go. Yeah, so that's like super, super, super vague. And then we go in with the other detailed layers to make it a little bit more of what I'm looking for. We go ears, upper back hair. The flowers, you can stay for now. You can stay for now. And then the back hair is fine. I don't care. Okay. Whole face. We need the face part. Yeah. This is going to be... We're going to put one on top of this called angle XY face. And we're going to put this here. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn off the mouth and nose so I don't think about it too much. Where's my mouth and nose? Where the fuck is my nose? Where's my nose? Oh my god, they got my nose. No! They got my fucking nose. Okay, there we go. They've got Piglet, they've got my fucking eyes. So now I'm just gonna go in and make this look a little bit more like face. Thinking about, you know, like I said, thinking about things moving in 3D. They took my fucking eyes. Piglet, they took my fucking eyes. Actually me rigging. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you. It's also really important to get the bald head looking good, because obviously we're gonna have our bald toggle in the future. So we gotta make sure the bald head looks good. Because if the bald head doesn't look good, then what's the fucking point? I like the cheeks on this model, so I want to make sure even as the head is moving, we get those cheeks, you know? And then this needs to go this way. We might have to adjust the, like, freckly bits further when we go back to the other layers on top of this, but for now, we'll go ahead and reflect this. Turn to form with confirmation, not selected. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, whatever. So we'll start with that. And the next most important one is the eyeball. So we're going to go into the eye. We're going to take everything but the eyebrow. We're going to put that in a deformer called angle XY eye. And that looks pretty good. So this is going to go a little further. And we're going to make you a little bit smaller. Thinking about how this would be moving in a 3D space. So we're going to make this lash a lot smaller. Or should we make it longer, actually? Longer might be cuter. Longer might be cuter, actually. Like that. That might look better. Yeah. Okay. But this does need to be a little bit more like that. No, because it does stay on the edge of the face like that. So if we do that, and I'll want to move it this way a little bit more. I'm also really looking at where it is in relation to the freckles as we're moving. and to the rest of the face. You be the bald toggle, guys. The bald toggle's so important. It's literally so important. So like that, and then this way. This angle's gonna be harder, honestly. In my opinion. It needs to go like here. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. There we go. And then it's gonna move to here. But again, looking at the cheek movement. Trying to figure out like where exactly this eye would be in 3D space. So it's kind of moving this way. And the cheek is like not, the freckles are gonna need to be adjusted in a little bit. So we'll go back to those in a minute when we have some of the other stuff going. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Hi Elijah, welcome on in. How you doing today? How are you? Let's work on the eyebrow next. Eyebrow, angle, XY, eyebrow. So going this way. Honestly, that's not bad. Does not need to be that detailed. There we go. And just gonna do like this to look like it's going around the curve of the head here. And it's important that I go in with my eyeball XY and see how it looks. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. And then over on this side, I'm gonna do basically the same thing but the other direction. This is always the harder angle for me. The like far side of it is always a little bit difficult for me. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to figure out. But it is. It always is. So it's going a little far right now. Okay. Currently working on a redesign of one of my superhero OCs. They're going to be based on a European polecat, and their guide dog is a Newfoundland. I love polecats. I love mustelids, so that's super exciting to hear. I bet they're going to turn out super cute. Super cute. I can already imagine it. What was I going to do next? Okay, the pupil. One of the things that's going to give this eye a little bit more, like just make it make more sense, is probably this angle, XY, iris. And so when the head goes like this, we're going to get a little bit of warping of our iris. Like this. That was maybe a little bit too far back. And then this side is fine, but we're just gonna pull it back a little bit. I'm gonna double check and see how it looks if I turn off our frecklies. Oh, there's the nose. I found you, nose. But I want to turn off the freckles. Where the fuck are the freckles? There they are. We're gonna turn those off real quick. See if this makes a little bit more sense. I do still think that they are going a little bit too far. And the eyebrow is sliding a bit. It's fun to draw animals that aren't very common to be made into superheroes, like a cone snail or a sea cucumber, the less appealing ones as example. Yeah, you gotta appreciate everything, you know? You gotta appreciate all the creatures in the world. Even the ugly ones. Because even the ugly little guys are beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. Even the ugly guys. It's like... Yeah? Yeah? Maybe? We got our eye movements. They look fine. They look alright. This is kind of one of those parts of rigging. I come back and it's looking peak. Thank you! We're kind of at the jank part of Live2D rigging, which is kind of a fake it until you make it moment, where you just keep doing shit and then you go, oh, it looks good, yay! You keep moving and you're like, oh, there it is. Like there's... Like, what if it went a little bit further? No, I don't like that. There we go. And let me just double check it with the tears on. Okay. We need to scrunch this up just a little bit. And then lengthen this just a little bit. No. Maybe just... do that. Why is this head not moving evenly? Do you guys see that? Is it just me? Did I not reflect this? Did I not reflect this? Reflect motion. Maybe that's better. Kicking your feet. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's very trust the process at the moment, but I'm glad that you're trusting the process. It makes me feel better. 'Cause we'll get there. We will get there. Mind you, me, you. What? Believe you me. That's what I was trying to think of. Believe you me. We will get there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Oh, and now we can see the way that this texture is just gonna like kind of stay in place. Super fun. A lot of rigging is trust the process. Like so much of it is just like, trust me, bro. Trust me, dog. Yeah, dog. Just fucking trust me or something. Yeah. Hashtag trust me. I think now I've made around 252 superheroes, villains, and vigilantes. Holy moly. Are they all in the same universe as each other? Because if they are, I can't even imagine the rent cost of that area. With all of those superheroes and supervillains in one place? Good God. Yes? Oh my goodness. You know what? Actually, I think I'll go live on a private island, actually. I think that would be my idea. Yeah. 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 Okay, we're getting there. And then our pupil might be okay. No, it's a little too squished. It's actually a little too squished for me, I've decided. We're just gonna... Yep, and we're gonna push it back just a little bit more. Just to make these look a little bit more 3D. And then I'm gonna see if I make this nice and detailed, can I just get in here and push this shit back a little bit? Maybe just a little bit more. Hi Newt, what are you making? I am working on a Live2D model for more Mortem in the chat today. This is what we have so far. We're working on head angles at the moment, which we won't be able to see in this. Oh, my mouth is turned off. Just watch the chin bounce. The chin go. I'm gonna take all of these. And maybe that as well. And these guys up here. And over here, we're gonna move this back a little bit. Just to kind of further push this expression. And then on this side as well. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. And now it's getting a little bean-shaped right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and adjust that just a little bit. Push that back out to make it more circular. It's not just me, right? That's kind of beanie. Beanie? I totally make those noises. Yeah, that's my perfect impression. There we go. Looking good.
Have you won wigs?
Oh. Now we match. It's perfect. The universe my OCs are in is pretty diverse. It'd be weird if they were all just conveniently in one place. Fair enough. You know, fair enough. Haven't even heard my voice and Newt got how I act perfectly. Yeah, you know, I can tell these things sometimes. Okay, we're gonna very quickly add in our angle X here with our angle X physics. Increase output. There we go. Okay, guys, how does it look? We good? I shouldn't be asking you guys that. This is a me problem. All right, let's turn off this so we can go back to looking at this. Ooh, something weird is going on there. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Because we fucked with the center of this deformer, I did not think about how it would affect this. Yeah. Because this does not move with the eyes moving, because I did not do the hierarchy correct. So, we're going to Control Z, I think, a bunch. Push that back out. Yeah, I think that was back to where we had it. And yeah, we need to fix our hierarchy. So I think technically, I guess, let's turn this off. Let's turn that off, and then let's go underneath our IXY. So I think that in the hierarchy would be better. Angle XY. Iris 2. Trying to think, like, just testing it. Does that fix the problem? Like, if I just do this, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I had my hierarchy wrong. Okay. There we go. Now we can basically redo all of that. Randomly remember the PNG you made after SP Flight faded? Yeah. I had my partner draw that for me, by the way. That was drawn by my partner and then colored by me. Hydrated. Feeling hydrated. Okay. So I'm basically gonna go back and do all of that again. Remember how I said a lot of Live2D is just doing shit and then doing it again because you didn't do it right the first time? I'm also going to get rid of this deformer. There we go. And now we can go back into here. And we're gonna, we're just gonna basically do that thing that we just did. Remember that? Do you guys remember when we did that? What a wonderful time we had doing that thing. Okay. Now that, yeah. That's better. I think I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing with the IXY parameter, because I forgot to do that too. I've been watching old VODs like podcasts, so the brain rot is strong. Yeah, I remember you talking about how you were going back and watching old Spellbound VODs. I miss doing silly shit with my friends. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. Okay. That would be the angle XY should be underneath the IXY. So I think what I need to do is put a new deformer here. Let's see if this works. And then we put this here, right? No. No. Come on, go in here. No, it's not gonna work. Fuck. Okay. Because we need to be underneath the IXY, but I really want this deforming that we did, because we worked so hard on it. Fuck. Okay, you know what? We can try doing it this way. Can I... Why did this end up so big? Wait. Where are my tears? Oh, they're in here. They are in here. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Watch Sky's epilogue vlog where you talked about accidentally putting half of the schoolhouse in the sky. That did happen. That did happen. We did accidentally put the entire schoolhouse into the sky, and then we had to manually rebuild the entire thing. We did do that. It was fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun doing it, because then we could make we were making the schoolhouse bigger anyways. So we were currently renovating the schoolhouse. We just so happened to accidentally throw an entire chunk into the air as well while we were at it. Spellbound has been the reason I made myself 2 axolotl child OCs. Aww, Milo the pink axolotl and Sublime, who's a chimera axolotl. Ooh, Sublime is such a cute name. Sublime is such a cute name. That's okay. You know what? We'll just redo it. I don't care. We'll just completely redo all of the work that we just did. Yay! Wait, why the fuck? Oh boy. Oh boy. Now I don't have... Shit, okay. Cause... Oh, you know what we could probably do? Is we can probably pull out this from the angle XYI. So this now just affects this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then we can go back into the IXY toggle here, the angle XY shit, and we can readjust this to be in the right spot. There we go. So, like, this is obviously way too far away, so we can push this back over here. Like this. There we go. And that should fix pretty much what we had here. Okay. And then over here. Yeah, but we're not getting the full range of this one, so I think I pushed this too far back. We're gonna push this back out a little bit. There we go. Hi! Oh my god, hi CEO of Crime! Welcome on in! Yo yo yo! What's poppin'? I am going insane looking at this go back and forth. Just the usual. Usual Live2D shit. Circle, circle, dot, dot, heart, heart, shut, shut. Okay, and then I need to do setting of cursor tracking. Left mouse button X, yeah. Oh, did this turn back on? No. Why are you not moving? Angle X. Output settings. Oh, I Control Z'd it away. That's why. I Control Z'd that shit completely out of here. There we go. Okay. Okay. You know? For the first rough draft, I think it looks okay. Let's do some random posing. See how it looks. Milo #2 in Sublime. Goldie, L, Mocha, Milo #1, Petal, Sunny, and Odin. Now we got 2 more. Milo #2 in Sublime. A whole village of axolotls. I mean, it'd be cute. Fuck. It would certainly be adorable. Okay. I see some stuff I want to adjust. But relatively speaking, right now, it's pretty good for what I need. So we'll save again. We'll save again. Guess who's going to the medieval fair with me? Ooh! I actually don't know. Who would you go to the medieval fair with? Sounds like fun. Probably not your... It's not your lizard, is it? You're bringing your lizard to the fair? You're bringing Dragster to the fair? Oh my goodness. I hope he has a good time. Little guy. 7 minutes in heaven, and I'm not a virgin. Okay, let me double check something from my tutorial here. Where is nose? I'm just looking at this person's, like, hierarchy that they did. Do they have mouth? Emphasize, baseline, mouth XY. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're gonna put the XY on top of this, but we're gonna make it nice and big. So this is the nose, or angle XY nose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make this bigger. So it covers all of the nose movement for the mouth rig. Because the mouth, or the nose moves when... It's like a couple different ones. Yeah, like the shrug here. And what else? Mouth X? Yeah, mouth X, it moves a little bit as well. Okay, so this we will move over here. The schnoz. And then over here. And this one is actually going to get smaller. Thinking again of the head as a 3D object, we're going to go ahead and reflect this motion here. So that can help us figure out how much we need to move our eyes too. So, like, if I go back over here and I grab all of the eye parameters. Not you. Yeah. And we can move it a little bit more to match how far it's supposed to be from the nose. Actually, it's not bad. Actually, it's not bad. I ate a library book. What are you guys eating? Please do not the library book. What flavor? It's raining so bad right now. Oh my goodness. Be careful. Watch your power. Make sure your computer is turned off. Turns out the old book smell doesn't translate to taste. You know, as much as I love old book smell, I don't imagine old book smell would taste good. I've never been like, you know what? Old book smell looks like it tastes delicious. You know what I mean? I have never once thought that. Okay, all of that still looks good. So that's good. Nose, complete. Mouth? Do I have to? Okay. Let's work on our freckles instead. Because they're okay. But I think they need some help. For sure. So we're gonna take the freckles and the blush. And they're gonna have their own adjustment too. Hello, Female Vox. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Oh. No. Let's redo that. Okay. I eat paper on the regular. It's like a book. I mean, if you eat enough paper, I guess that's like eating a book. Oh yeah, also Sublime and Milo got a dad named Cletus. Oh my god, Cletus. A kobold bet me a penny to do so. Right. Just 1 penny? Good enough. It's an OC of a friend. Oh. I'm good. Finally made a PNG that reacts to sound. Oh, nice. What's your PNG program of choice? Which one are you using? Because I know there's a bunch of them out there now. Angle XY freckles. Because the freckles and the blush kind of live together here. I just noticed I need to fix that. I'll do that later. Because they kind of live together here, I can just kind of move them together too. So, relatively speaking, we're gonna squish this a little bit to look like it's rotating. Yeah, it's not bad. And then the middle bit here with the nose, it's gonna go up slightly. No, that looks bad. I'm looking where like the freckles are on the nose. And I'm just gonna try to adjust based on that. Like so. And then the rest of the cheek is gonna follow. Come on over, cheek. Come on over, rest of the cheek. There we go. So maybe a little bit too flat. And too far in. Okay. And then we're going to deselect essentially. Where the fuck were we? There we go. And we're going to reflect motion. Okay, alright. That looks way better. And it still looks like one piece so far. So far. I'm using VitoTube. Okay, yeah. I've used VitoTube as well. I actually use VitoTube sometimes when I need to use PNGs. Starting to question things. I'm going back to eating my noodle, broccoli, and steak meal. Noodles, broccoli, and steak sounds so good. Let's see here. He's a cultist for some reason. His associate Edward thinks he shouldn't be in charge of children despite Cletus already having 2 other sons. Oh my god. A DILF? Question mark? I don't remember the freckles looking like that when I drew them. Really? I promise. This is straight from the file. The files? Oh my god, the files. Guys, I'm playing Spider-Man. Spider-Man. God. Pookie's power came back on and the first thing they were like, I really want to play Spider-Man. I know, darling. I know you want to play Spider-Man. I mean, his wife died from illness, leaving the guy to raise 2 on his own. Oof, that's rough, buddy. Couldn't be me, though. Okay, now we're gonna do the butterfly shading. Angle, XY. Shadow, I guess. And then move this way. This is all just gonna go wee. And whoop. Wonderful. Easy peasy. Over on this side, we're gonna take all of this and squish like this, so it can look like it's wrapping around the face. Awesome. We look 3D. We're doing good. It's true. I think the joining cult thing worsened his mental state, and I was like, no, you can't have 2 added to the list! Not the fucking list! Oh my god. Not the damn list. Bro's got an actual list. Let me turn on the anger toggle. That looks fine. That looks fine. I don't need to adjust that any. These two pieces here are the shading on the chin. So those are going to come into play right now, actually. So we're going to... Should I give them each their own? No, I'll put them together. So these two are going to go together, and they're going to be angle XY chin shadow. And so this, with the angle XY physics, essentially we're gonna try to pull this over a little bit. Just enough to give the shadow. Right? I might turn down the opacity of this guy a little bit. And I can set that to a multiply layer. Oh, right. Hold on. Not that way. That's gonna look weird. This should be multiply. Yeah, girl, I know. And then we're gonna turn it down a little bit. Oh. This side multiply. And turn it down a little bit to kind of match the jawline here. That looks good. About 50. Let's do 50. A nice even 50. And I'll do the same on this one. There we go. Now for this, let's see if it looks good if I just reflect it. Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I like the chin having as much shading. There we go. We don't need to think about how ugly this deformer looks right now. We don't need to think about that. Also, turn that shit off. We don't need to think about that right now. That's a problem for later. Okay. I have a stream-related question. All right, hit me. He raised Milo somewhat well, at least. That's good. Oh, I got trauma, but he's a decent dad. You're like, he's good enough. That's great, right? He's good enough. Okay. The mouth I'm kind of scared to do. Moving the mouth around is scary. And I am scared. And the hierarchy is wrong. Hold on. Where is our shading that we just had here? Chin shading. The chin shading does need to move above the mouth. There we go. But below the blush. That's fine. There we go. Guys, what if we just left the mouth like this? The mouth is fine like this, right? It's fine like this, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? No. Okay. How to make the music play in the background. Okay, so in OBS, the easiest way to do it is you're going to add an audio source. So in your sources tab, you're going to add an audio source and then connect that audio source to whatever you're playing music on, whether it's Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. And then so that your VODs don't get muted, I would definitely look into how to separate your audio, because that will help a lot. But I can't remember how to do it off the top of my head. It's kind of a lot. Okay, so for the mouth XY, we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna be so brave. Angle XY mouth. And this should be bigger than all of the deformers underneath it, so that they don't get fucked up. That's good. And we're gonna be so brave about this. I'm gonna basically deform this as little as possible. As little as humanly possible. I do not want to deform this as more than I need to, but I might kind of do this, and this usually helps. I usually do like that. By mouth open and jaw open. You know, I think we might be okay. I think we might be okay with that. So that's pretty okay, actually. So let's take a quick look here. You're gonna have to ignore the fact that the mouth and the jaw aren't super well synced. Don't worry about that. You know, I think we might have a decent start here. The mouth doesn't look too clippy or anything. And the nose moves well with the mouth. The freckles don't look too crazy either. Here, let me move this over for you guys. We didn't get to Y, this is just X still, but you know? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. You know? Like, it kind of works. Again, there's a couple of things that I want to go in and fix, but I usually do a lot of back and forth anyways. We'll do a double check with this. Wake up. Okay. So here's with an actual person moving. Obviously, again, there's no up and down yet, so it's just left and right. Just left and right. I have to move the inside of the mouth as well. I just realized I forgot to do the inside of the mouth as a separate thing. Because of the style of the teeth, it's very similar to my teeth, where it's just big, flat teeth. There's not like a curve to them. That should be fine, but I think I'll move the tongue a little bit. You don't see it very much, but it'll look better if it flattens a little bit in the back with the head move. I think this side, the eye doesn't look super great, but again, I can fix that. I can fix that in post. Okay, that all looks good. Oh my god, I need to free up storage space. That's embarrassing. Alright. Like a groove thing, baby. Okay, the inner mouth, I need the tongue. We're gonna make a new warp deformer, angle XY tongue. Create that. Make it big. Okay. And then when we go this way, it's gonna go this way. Yeah. And then flip. Yep. There we go. Okay. And then let's just double check that that doesn't mess with anything. Okay. See how much more 3D it looks the second you do that? It's that illusion of movement, baby. Gotta love the illusion of movement. Alright. I did not get around to doing the bangs, but I also have to pee really bad. I would love to keep going, but I should probably stop streaming for today. But essentially, the next thing for me to do would be to get the hair moving along with everything else, and so on and so forth. Go pee. Yeah, okay. We'll find someone to raid out to. We'll find someone to raid out to. But oh my god, it looks so bald without the ears. It looks so sad, like without the ears and the butterflies and shit. Cursed. Cursed images. Cursed images. I'm bald even with hair, like literally. It'll look even worse if I, hold on. If I, if I turn on the back hair, where is it? The fuck is it? Upper back hair. Where's my lower back hair? Hello? Hello? No? No? It'll be behind all that, right? Bottom back hair, there we go. Bald. Bald with 0 hair. Like a shitty toupee. No! Cursed as hell. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about rigging. Oh. That's another fun hairstyle right there. Wow. That's a fun one. There we go. We'll give you back all your hair. There you go. Yeah, I deserved that one, to be fair. I deserved that. I definitely deserved that one. And here's your ears. Okay. There you go. Still kind of cursed. We're still cursed, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. More, I'll be sure to send you another update once I have the actual angles. But that'll be another several hours. And me so tired. Oh? Okay. I was like, are we good? Are we broken? No, we're good. We're good, we're good. Alright, who is up? Who is poppin'? What is poppin'? Let's go to Pocket. Pocket's doing some kind of dinosaur stuff. Oh, they got kitten cam. Oh my god. Okay, there's kittens. What's pooping? Me. I'm pooping. I will. Well, I'll be pooping one day. Alright, we're going out to Pocket. Pocket is, right now, it looks like we just got some cute little kitty cat cams. Oh my god. Pocket is fostering some kittens and they're so freaking cute. They are so cute. I think they're playing like a dinosaur game. They're playing Claude. I don't know what Claude is, but you know what? At least the kittens are here. Go say hi to Pocket for me. I thought I was gonna blow you up again. If you aren't already in the Discord and you would like to check out the Discord, feel free to join that. You can get notified of when I stream next. You can be part of the vote for Tuesdays. Tuesdays we vote for what I play. I'll be back on Saturday for Deltarune Chapter 5, I think. And then Sunday, 4 p.m. for Phoenix Wright, probably. And of course you can find me on social medias. Those are in the link tree right there. And of course, copy and paste your raid message. If you're subbed, you can use the animated emote. If you're not subbed, that's okay. We have another version for you. I'm gonna head out for now, but good night, everyone. Sweet dreams, and I will see you all in your nightmares. Bye. Bye-bye.